Hello students, welcome back to maths class. In the previous video we had completed till exercise 3.3. So in this video we will begin exercise 3.4 of class 8th. So it's exercise 3.4 is completely based on some special type of parallelogram. They are, first is rhombus. Rhombus. What does the meaning of rhombus? A rhombus is a parallelogram whose all sides are equal. A rhombus is a parallelogram whose all sides are equal. Rhombus is a kind of kite. But in the kite their consecutive sides are equal. But in the rhombus we have all sides are equal. It means this PM is equal to MN, this MN is equal to ON, and ON is equal to OP. So all sides are equal in the rhombus. It has some properties that are, it has all the properties of parallelogram. It means those properties who are satisfying, who are for the parallelogram, they are also satisfying for the rhombus. It means opposite angles of the parallelogram are equal. In these also opposite angles are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. These kind of properties are also satisfying for the rhombus. Next thing is there, diagonals are perpendicular to each other. In the rhombus, when we draw the diagonals, there we have diagonal like P, N, M, O. The diagonals are perpendicular to each other. It means they are intersecting each other by the angle of right angle. Here when we measure here we get the angle of a right angle at every place. Okay. And the last thing is there, every rhombus is a kite. Every rhombus is a kite, but every kite is not a rhombus. Every rhombus is a kite, but every kite is not a rhombus. Okay. After this we had one more parallelogram, which is rectangle. We all know about the rectangle. What does the meaning of rectangle? Rectangle means a figure that have four sides and their opposite sides are equal. There, a rectangle is a parallelogram in which every angle is a right angle. It means angle P, Q, R and S all are having the measurement of 90 degree. It has all the properties of parallelogram. It means same the properties are in the parallelogram, same properties are also here. Each angle is a right angle, that we already discussed. Diagonals are equal. It means PR and QS, the diagonals of a rectangle, are equal to each other. Every rectangle is a parallelogram, but every parallelogram is not a rectangle. हर रेक्टेंगल क्या होता है, पैरेललोग्राम होता है, बट हर पैरेललोग्राम रेक्टेंगल नहीं होता. इट मीन्स यहाँ पर इन द रेक्टेंगल वी हैव ईच एंगल ऑफ अ 90 डिग्री, बट इन द पैरेललोग्राम it does not necessary to each angle be the 90 degree. It does not necessary. Sometimes here we have 30 degree, 120 degree, but their opposite angles are equal. These kind of property are there in the parallelogram, but in the rectangle there every angle is a right angle. That's why we are telling here that every parallelogram is not a rectangle. Now the next parallelogram is a square, that we already know from the small class, that a square is a rectangle with equal sides. It means its all sides are equal to each other. AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. It has all the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and rectangle. It means those properties who are satisfying for the parallelogram, for the rhombus and for the rectangle, all the properties are satisfying for the square also. It means it has all the angles of a 90 degree, angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. Their diagonals are equal to each other. It means AC is equal to BD. Their diagonals are cutting each other at a right angle. The diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So they are there. Here square has the property of parallelogram, rhombus and rectangle. Now we are going to start our exercise 3.4. Question number first of exercise 3.4 is state whether true or false. Its first is all rectangles are squares. All rectangles are squares. In the rectangle we have opposite sides are equal, but in the square we have all sides are equal. So can we say all rectangles are square? No, we can't say. That's why its answer is false. Okay. Second is all rhombus are parallelogram. All rhombus are parallelogram. It means in the rhombus we have all sides are equal and each side are parallel to each, opposite to each other. The pair of and the opposite sides are parallel to each other, and in the parallelogram also the opposite sides are parallel to each other. So its answer is true because they have the set of opposite sides are parallel. Third is all square are rhombus and also rectangle. All squares are rhombus and also rectangle. It means in the square their all sides are equal. So rhombus is also having the all sides are equal. In the square they have the angle of each angle has a right angle. So in the rectangle also we have each angle as a right angle. So square is satisfying the property of rhombus and rectangle. That's why its answer is true. Okay. Now the D is all squares are not parallelogram. All squares are not parallelogram. Just in the previous section we studied that all squares are rhombus, rectangle and parallelogram. Why? Because square has a opposite sides parallel, but they are telling us they are not parallelogram. बल्कि वो तो होता है, but so that's why here what will come here? False. Because square has a parallel set, opposite sides are parallel, but they are telling us not parallelogram, but all squares are parallelogram. E, all kites are rhombus. In this section something is that we have to give focus on this, that they are telling us all kites are rhombus. All kite means, it means here we have the small figure of the kite, that its consecutive sides are equal to each other. Their opposite sides are not equal to each other, their consecutive sides are equal to each other. They are telling us all the kites are rhombus, but in the rhombus all sides are equal. That's why here what will come here? Here false. Okay. F section is all rhombus are kites. All rhombus are kites. So we already know that rhombus have the all sides are equal. Okay, and all angles are equal. So in the kite they have the consecutive sides are equal. It means this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side, and they have at least one pair of opposite angles equal. At least one pair. If they have at least one pair, that's why we are telling here all the rhombus are kite. All the rhombus are kite because it has a one pair of opposite angles are equal. Now G question is all parallelogram are trapezium. In the parallelogram we already know that opposite sides are parallel to each other. It means this side is parallel to this side, this side is parallel to this side. In the trapezium we have at least one pair that are parallel to each other. At least one pair that is parallel to each other. If we get at least one pair, so we can say yes, it is true. Okay. Now the last question, that say us all squares are trapezium. Square is also a parallelogram, trapezium also a parallelogram. From this property, both are parallelogram. From this property we can say it is also true. And same property, square have the two sides of parallel sides, opposite sides are parallel in the square, and in the trapezium also we have one set of parallel side. That's why we are telling here it's true. Question number 2 is identify all the quadrilaterals that have. First is four sides of equal length. So which quadrilateral have all sides, four sides are equal length? First is square, and next is rhombus. Only these two having the all four sides of equal length. Now B is four right angle. It means those kind of quadrilateral whose all interior angle as a right angle. So first same as a square, because the square having the all sides of a 90 degree, and one more is there, that is rectangle. So here we completed question number 2. Question number 3 is explain how a square is. Explain how a square is. So we know a square is a four-sided closed figure. We know a square is a four-sided closed figure having all sides are equal to each other and all angles are 90 degree and their diagonals are equal and they are intersecting it at a perpendicular. Okay, they are making the angle of 90 degree. When we are drawing the diagonals of a square, they are perpendicular to each other. So we have to show how a square is. So first is a quadrilateral. So we know quadrilateral is a four side. So in the square we have four side. Yes, we have. That's why we are telling here a square is a quadrilateral, because it has four sides. And one more thing is there, a square is a four-sided closed figure. Now the second is a parallelogram. Parallelogram, it means it must have the two sides or one side of a parallel side. Opposite sides are parallel. This kind of property is square have? Yes, square have. A square is a parallelogram because its opposite sides are parallel. Third is a rhombus. A square is a rhombus because it has all four sides equal, because in the rhombus we also have all four sides are equal. And the last is rectangle. Rectangle have the property of each angle of 90 degree and square is also having. That's why a square is a rectangle, because it has each angle is of 90 degree. So here we completed question number 3. Question number 4 is name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals. It means this question is completely based on the diagonals. So we have to see. First is bisect each other. So which quadrilaterals diagonals are bisecting each other? So all. It means we have to write their name: parallelogram, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square. These four having the diagonals that are bisecting each other. Okay. Second is whose diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. Perpendicular bisector means when they are bisect each other, so they are making the angle of 90 degree. So in which only two have, that is first is rhombus and next is square. Okay. Third is whose diagonals are equal. So only two have, their diagonals are equal. First is square and next is rectangle. Question number 5 is explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means having four side. So we have to explain rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. So firstly we have to draw the rough sketch of a quadrilateral. I put it their vertex name A, B, C and D and diagonals. Okay, so firstly we have to see convex. What does the meaning of convex? Convex figure have all diagonals inside the figure. So those figure whose all diagonals are inside the figure, it means in the interior part of the figure, they are called the convex figure. So as we can see, जैसा कि हम देख सकते हैं, as we can see in the rectangle, its both diagonals lies in the interior. AC and BD both are inside the figure. So that's why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Okay, so this condition we have to write all the things. What does we see in here? All things we have to write here, and this much is our solution. Question number 6 is ABC is a right angled triangle. It means in the given figure A, B, C, they given us we have a right angle triangle. Okay, and O is the midpoint. Have you seen O? Yes, here is O. O is the midpoint of the side. O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. It means on which side O is present? O is just present at the opposite of right angle. It means जहाँ पर O है उसके just opposite में हमारे पास क्या है? 90 डिग्री. It means B is having the angle of 90 degree. Okay, explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. So we have to show O is equidistant from A, B and C. So in the simple word we can say as we have to show that OA, it means the distance of OA, the distance of OB and the distance of OC are equal to each other. So firstly we have to write what we have to show. Okay, so we have to show OA is equal to OB is equal to OC. This we have to show. Now as we can see AC, on AC O is the midpoint. It means O is dividing AC into two sections and O is the midpoint. It means O separate AC into two equal sections. That's why we can say OA is equal to OC. The same thing I already done here, as O is midpoint on AC. So OA is equal to OC. I drawn the parallel line of BC here and parallel line of AB here and join D to O. Okay, for making the diagonal of the figure BD. The imaginary line I drawn with the dash dash. So whatever construction he has here, we have to write what does the construction be drawn here. Okay, so construction is AD is parallel to BC and CD is parallel to BC. It means we drawn AD here, AD who is parallel to BC and CD who is parallel of AB. As you can see, they are parallel of the previous line. So if we taken opposite sides are parallel of any figure, so that figure is called the parallelogram. It means whatever the figure is here, ABCD, it means it is a parallelogram. From that property we can say. So figure has opposite sides are parallel. So figure ABCD is a parallelogram. फिगर के पास उसके पास अपोजिट साइड्स पैरेलल है, तो हम कह सकते हैं कि जो फिगर हमने लिया है ABCD वो क्या बन जाएगा? पैरेललोग्राम बन जाएगा. नाउ द वन थिंग दैट इज गिवन हियर, द opposite side opposite of a right angle. It means we have already seen here angle B is a right angle. So already given here angle B is a right angle. So if one angle is a right angle, so we can from the property of a parallelogram, it means all angles of the this parallelogram are right angle. Okay, so as given angle B is a 90 degree, it will give us each angle as a right angle. It means at every place angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D all are 90 degree. So A, B, C, D is a rectangle, because we know in the rectangle opposite sides are equal and each angle are equal to each other. Each angle are equal to each other and that are all are 90 degree. Okay, from this property we can say ABCD is a rectangle. Now we proved there ABCD is a rectangle, so we know the properties of rectangle In the rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. It means the AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to DC. Okay, these are opposite to each other and they are equal. Okay, so same thing we have to write here. So ABCD is a rectangle, that's why from the rectangle property we can say opposite sides are equal, and the next thing is diagonals are equal. So we have to put the opposite side as equal. So AB is equal to CD and BC is equal to AD. Same thing, AB is equal to DC and BC is equal to AD. In the diagonal section, both diagonals AC is equal to BD. Okay, AC equal होगा BD के. So AC is equal to BD. It means when we see the figure already given there, we taken already proved there OA is equal to OC. So same thing is already also apply for the BD. अगर AC के लिए जो चीज़ अप्लाई होती थी वही की वही चीज़ BD के लिए भी अप्लाई होगी. It means O से B, this section is equal to this section. So we will write here on AC. On AC. AC पे क्या हो रहा था? AC पर हो रहा था OA is equal to OC. Okay, and on BD. On BD also OB is equal to OD. Okay, and why did we are telling it there OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD? Because O is the midpoint. O बिल्कुल बीच में है, that's why we are telling here OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. And if the diagonals are equal, so their partition are also equal to each other. So from these we can say OA is equal to OB, OB is equal to OC and OD is equal to OD. So they all are equal to each other just because of one thing, that O is the midpoint. So if the diagonals are equal, so their parts are also equal because O is the midpoint. From this property we can say OA is equal to OB is equal to OC is equal to OD. So this thing we have to prove. The question is given for the show that we shown here. All the parts of the diagonals are equal to each other. So here we completed exercise 3.4 as well as chapter number 3. If any doubt is there regarded to topic, regarded to any property, you may ask. I will try to answer it. Thank you. Have a nice day.